What's up, everybody? It's your boy Moby for another classic review, and today I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the Eddy holiday special, Jingle Jingle Jangle. First aired on Cartoon Network on December 3rd, 2004, and this was the first of the four special half-hour episodes of Eddy. This was the first one. After that, you got the Halloween one. Then you have, I think it was the one when when the kids think Ed Double D's now the bully after an incident. Then you have the Alien episode, which became the Fiend in Cartoon Network with Camp Lazlo, Billy and Mandy, and then Eddy. And finally, the famed movie Big Picture Show. But yeah, this one. But before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? So, are you grateful this year? If not, well, let's see what karma's gonna get you, because karma is a bitch. So yeah, Jingle Jingle Jangle. This was actually, to tell you the truth, I haven't seen this in a while. One, because a year after, during the summer, I had an accident which I had these stitches on my leg because my brother just went, at the time, he's known for being pushy. He even pushed one of my friend's younger brother, who was my neighbor at the time, living in Florida. And he pushed me. We were in the pool. I think I was starting the third grade at the time. It was during the summer, and when he pushed me, it caused me to have an accident, and these stitches on my left leg, on the kneecap. Yeah. And this was showing in the summer. This special was like, every time I see that, I remember that when I get stitches. Oh, wait. Karma's going to get him for that, but forget about that. Let's talk about the special, because you have like two acts. Act 1, the plot, which is Act 1 and Act 2. Let's go to start with Act 1, which is, we all know, it opens to a title card on Christmas Eve. In the cul-de-sac, all the kids are enjoying it, waiting for the arrival of Christmas Day. But Eddy, I think it was like, okay, it's opening. We see Eddy's house, like his parents are leaving work. Well, I don't know, work or something. But Eddy, searching through the house looking for the presents, of course, for Christmas Day. He goes up the attic and finds the stash under the floorboards. Soon, he quietly unwraps it, only to be upset because what he got were clothes. He even received a baby pajamas, which they think he's the baby of the family, which pisses him off. Which he continues to tear the presents as flashlight beams. It hits a nearby mirror. The light bounces off into the night sky. Meanwhile, in the trailer park, we have the Canker sisters popping open the crazy crackers, which are if you know what crazy crackers are, they're the ones when you pull them, they explode and you have a paper crown. I think that's a thing in the UK. I remember seeing those in the UK, mostly in Christmas special. Even an episode from Doctor Who, where the 11th Doctor seeing Clara's family, everybody's popping out those paper crowns. That's from his final appearance before turning into the 12th Doctor. And each one of them receives a paper crown. Right after Marie gets her crown, May notices a beam of light from its flashlight, believed to be a star bright. Extremely curious about it, to know what the light's coming from and why the Canker sisters set out following the twinkling light. As you know, the following gag, they're wearing their crowns. Yeah. There's a side plot for them. They pretend they're like the holy men, the three wise men, the three kings. But yeah, it's pretty funny. But of course, we're at Ed's house. Ed excited of Santa, of course. Remember, he's the gullible dummy, and somehow he carries the house's chimney to his room, and ends up waking up Sarah, who climbs out of bed, marches down to his room, and demanding an explanation, only to be told, and is the elf, of course. Sarah frosts her stocking, and in order for him to hang it up where Santa will see it, or threatens to stuff him in a turkey if he doesn't do it. Damn. So Ed nails Sarasaki to the chimney and waits for Santa Claus. That's when Double D stops by to give Ed a poinsettia to wish him a Merry Christmas. Oh, I forgot. No. Poinsettia. What's that? I can't remember. Name sounds Spanish, but yeah, of course. Only to be embraced with a hug by Ed, which, hey, of course, Ed likes the holidays, and Christmas is his favorite year. So yeah, the two are soon surprised by Eddy. Stumps over to tell him how. Waited until he revealed that he opened all his Christmas gifts early and he only got clothes, which, of course, Double D flabbergasted. And of course, I think because, first of all, because that's breaking your parents' trust in that, and also, as I tried to remove Eddy because he said a little, you know those couch chairs? Yeah. He said that chair for Santa, like, got some milk, cookies, just for him. And he just removed Eddy with a shovel and just puts him on the floor. It's actually pretty funny. That's when Eddy decides a idea to have one of the kids adopt him so he could have some of their presents. Instead, leaves Ed's house shortly after, which, of course, oh boy. So the first house he goes to was Johnny and Plank's house. All I discovered that of the snow in their yard is missing. After being invited into the house, Eddy learns that it is one of Johnny's family's Christmas traditions to bring all the snow in their house, and thanks to Mother Nature, all of their presents under Johnny's tree are frozen in a block of ice. And the thing, Johnny calls himself Jack Frost, and Plank is a snow elf, I think. And you know what? Guess what Johnny did? You know the poem of Jack Frost? Jack Frost nipping at your nose? That's what Johnny did. He nips Eddy's nose twice and hard. You're like, damn, you heard a crunch. Of course, Eddy plans to try to crack them open. However, a trapdoor opens underneath him and sends him down an ice slide, which sends Eddy into Johnny's front yard. Johnny comes out of the house, tells Eddy that Plank knew that he was only trying to steal their Christmas all along. It does not adopt Eddy in the end. Wow. Plank's more smarter than he looks. The next house Eddy goes is Rolf's house, only to find Rolf dressed in a lamp suit and his house decorated with all kinds of meat. So much meat that even Luffy will just eat up the whole house at once. And he is told that Rolf that every year a troll named Yishmayek will come and deliver Christmas dinner to good children and tells Eddy the story of Yishmayek in song. Rolf's Christmas traditions do not involve material gifts, so Eddy leaves after Rolf starts singing about Yishmayek again. Ed and Double D are ashamed of Eddy's view of what Christmas is all about, and Double D formulates a plan to show Eddy the true meaning of Christmas. Now we get to Act 2, which that's when Eddy starts to go, yeah, by the outfit Naz has. So she offers him one of her own Christmas gifts as Eddy planned, and also offer a glass of eggnog. But here's the thing: Naz tries to get Eddy under the mistletoe, which we all know once you're under the mistletoe, it's smooching time. But Eddy is so shocked he spits out the eggnog at her after Naz kicks him out. Wow, Eddie. You're an idiot. You are an idiot. You're supposed to swallow that thing and choke, not spit it out. You just lost an opportunity right there, boy. And on Christmas night. Oh boy. Meanwhile, back with the Canker sisters, continue their journey, come across a few bizarre items: sausages and pennies, frankincense, a moldy slice of bread with a mushroom growing on it, mold, a beautiful fur coat. Lee sees these items as a sign of them getting closer to the figuring out where the beam of light is coming from, and the girls continue to trudge through the snow. If you notice, it's like something from the Bible. You know, they're like the wise men go to Bethlehem to see the birth of Christ. Yeah, that. You'll see the pun right in the end. After that, while on his way to the next house, Eddy is lured into a trap set by Double D and Ed that leads him to a tree where Double D, dressed as an angel, is lowered down in front of Eddy by Ed, who appears behind the tree dressed as a shepherd. However, Double D's plans fail to show Eddy's Christmas true meaning, and Eddy rips the cardboard wings off of Double D's back. And guess who? Eddy used the wings to trick Jimmy. Which Jimmy says Feliz Navidad, which is wow. That's the first time we hear Jimmy say something in Spanish. So he tricks Jimmy into thinking he's a Christmas angel who picks a child to stay with every Christmas to show them the true meaning of Christmas. And the child must share some of their gifts with Eddy. Eddy trick works on Jimmy, but first Jimmy shows Eddy all of his Christmas treat he baked, including gingerbread sailor village. Then Jimmy leaves Eddy alone in the kitchen to use the toilet, and when he comes back, Eddy devoured the entire village. Enraged, Jimmy phones Sarah. She pops up, beats the hell out of Eddy, and tosses out of the house. Wow. Eddy, you just screwed up with your belly, didn't you? Now Eddy decides to try one last to get, of course, guess what it is? Kevin, to get him adopted. Kevin gives Eddy a gift, which, of course, when he unwraps it, guess what it was? Turns out to be Kevin's fist punching him, giving him a slight black eye. Eddy leaves Kevin's house, trudges through the cold, snowy winter night, shivering, which, of course, Eddy looks at the houses. Everybody's thinking, let's see, everybody's having fun. I think Kevin's at Na's house now, so yeah, Eddy, you failed for being an asshole on Christmas Eve. Big time. I was saying, after that, Eddy comes across a Christmas tree with a bunch of gleaming, colorful lights strung along but one bulb, except for one bulb. Eddy knows it. He has gone out. He takes a new bulb that Ed had dropped into his pocket earlier. Eddy replaces the bulb, and the tree starts to glowing beautifully, intensely, so beautifully that all of the other kids stop by to admire the tree. Though the congrats Eddy for his selfless act, and Eddy realized that he feels good about being generous, that getting good gifts isn't the true meaning of Christmas. Instead, it's the kindness and generosity. Suddenly, a large red sack drops out of the sky. It turned out to be Santa's bag of presents for the cul-de-sac kids. Although it seems that Eddy has completely forgotten all about his selfish ways, guess what? When he started, and we get a look at Ed trying to say, seeing Santa, take me with you. That's why Eddy started reading all his gifts. One for Ed, one for Double D, one for Naz, Jimmy, Sarah, Ralph, Kevin, Jimmy, Johnny, and himself. And guess what he does? Yoink! He steals all of them. And he forgets the whole thing that he did. Yeah. That's how low Eddy is. And Ed and Double D chases him into Ralph's shed. Ed tries to take... That's when Dodie tries to convince Eddie to give back, but he said no because they get squat. That's when Ed crosses the line because you don't screw with Christmas or Santa. So he tries to steal the bag to get back to the kids, and Eddie tries to stop him right there. That's when the tug of war began, and soon it ends up. So it ends up sending the sack through the roof and sending it back to the other kids, much to their joy. Eddie, pissed off, he tries to get back until Eddie has fallen into the manager, which is the, if you know what it is, it's the type of crib that they put the baby Jesus, from the Bible, the wooden crib, that manger. Which, of course, he tried to get up, which somehow the doors fly open. Ed's stuck in the top because he's still hanging by his angel costume. Which, of course, Ed is knocked over right there as the cankers arrive, and Deputy mistaken them as the three wise men. Because of the crown, they enter the shed, carrying items they found on their journey, introducing them as mold, frankincense, and fur. Apparently, the gifts weren't enough to give to the boys because the Canker sisters quickly grab the Eds and, oh boy, you know what happens. Time for some Christmas kisses! Which, of course, they all three freak out. Which, one of the, I think it was, I don't know who hanged the sign. I think one of the sisters hanged the sign and said, "Do not open until next Christmas." In which the kids are singing, caroling, Christmas carols, and that was NNA's Jingle Jingle Jangle, and it's actually pretty funny, if you ask me. Yeah. Ouch. Let's see. There's been a lot of gags here. I like how they made a side plot with the... I think the gag here, if you didn't know, the Easter egg is Eddie replacing the light bulb. Is a reference to Charlie Brown Christmas, where Charlie Brown later, the rest of the Peanuts gang decorates an ugly tree and make it into a beautiful tree. Now you notice it? And the three presents, the Canker sisters, actually, the end of the scene when Ralph said resembling as the Nativity, the birth of Christ scene. Ed is the shepherd, Eddie, Double D's the angel, and Eddie's Jesus. Yeah, I don't want to go right there. His personality, yeah, no. The Canker sisters asked the three kings who brought presents. Double D points this, saying, well, this image certainly has the Christmas spirit. Which, of course, the three presents the Cankers brought is a spoof of the gifts the three wise men brings: mold, gold, frankincense, and fur, myrrh. Of course. Wait, what? There was somebody to know. Any line of a Dickie? They still make these? Became an internet meme mainly due to its sexual connotation. A Dickie. Oh, I think I know what it is. If you've never seen those old school movies with that, when you're dressed up, you had that weird thing that, okay, when you're in the Looney Tunes one where, I can't remember, what's that Tom and Jerry one where Tom is an opera singer and he's trying to sing and Jerry's torturing him by singing higher and higher, or was Bugs Bunny doing that? Oh yeah, it was Bugs Bunny pretending to be Leopold. And he had the opera singer sing so high that the thing that is on his chest, it starts to flip, that's a Dickie. You see that in Peter Pan with the dad as well. The father of the kids. Dressed up for the opera. That. And Yeshmaniac is actually mentioned again in the game. And in a Scam Up a Century is a minigame which Yeshmaniac's bounty of meat. And this episode it was included in the Cartoon Network Christmas Rocks DVD. And also, this is the first time an adult speaks in the series. That adult will be Santa Claus, who only appears as a silhouette. Yeah, that's kind of true, because you really see adults in this one. Well, You never see an actual adult. I say Santa Claus is the only one, but you only see a silhouette of Merry Christmas. Yeah, because the only adult we see was, I think, Ed's parents when they get the report card, but you don't really see their faces. You only see their arms when they find out they have bad grades. They're trying to change it. But the creator of it did release actual official artwork of the parents of the Eds. You have these parents. You have Eddy's parents, which, damn, Eddy's parents look like they're from the mob, literally. You see Eddy's dad and mom, damn, they look like from the mob. And Ed's mom compared to Ed's dad, damn. Ed's mom, I imagine Ed's mom was an old lady, but it turns out she's she's a fancy rich type. And his dad, he's like his son right there. And as for Double D's parents, they're like successful. Like his dad's like an architect, his mother's like a fashion designer. Hey, both are like math and science, you know. As for the Cankers, well, I think because we see their mother. I guess she slept with 3 different men, and they had these 3, the 3 Canker sisters. But yeah, to me, I remember this. This was a good one, because after that there was an update. After that, it was the beginning of the specials. You had after that you had NNA's Hanky Panky Hullabaloo. Then you have, of course, NNA's Boo Ha Ha, which I did the review back in October. Another one, The Eds Are Coming, and another one, which is the final one that concludes the whole series, Ed and Eddy's Big Picture Show. Which, yeah, that proves you know, Eddy was a total asshole in this special because he only cared about gifts. The one that made me more laughing, because the one that made me more laugh was the one when he had an opportunity to get a smooch from Naz. Instead, he just screwed it up after seeing that. After he chugged the eggnog. Man, if I was his age and saw that, I'd go Roger Rabbit. Now. But yeah. After that, okay, let me see. Jingle Jangle was, okay, the Christmas one. Hullabaloo was the Valentine's one. Boo-ha Halloween, the Eds Are Coming was the Alien one. And finally, the movie one. Okay. I think that'll be it for today. And if you seen this special back when it came out in 2004, or you seen the reruns, I don't know if they're still showing this in Cartoon Network during the holidays. Maybe not. But yeah, did you watch this when it first came out in Cartoon Network back in December 3rd of 2004? Did you like it? What was your thoughts? To me, the one thing caught my attention was the opening title. It looks like something from a play. You see the ropes on the sides of it. Ed and Eddy's Jingle Jingle Jangle. All in ropes. Where the hell is it hanging from? It's in the sky. What's up with that? But yeah, it kind of like it combines, like the meaning of Christmas. He calls a side gag with the Kanker sisters, like doing like a biblical journey as the 3 wise men. I don't know how people reacted to that, but I think it's pretty funny. You have to deal with those 3. In the end, as usual, do not open until next Christmas. But yeah, tell me what you think about Ed and Eddy's Jingle Jingle Jangle, and what was your favorite scene? What was your favorite gag? And do you agree Eddy was a total asshole and he deserves to be punished by Krampus? And does Ed deserve to be one of Santa's elves? As for Double D, he deserves a good gift too, because I think those 2 are the only good scenes. Well, Eddie's just, being Eddy, selfish. With scams, But yeah, let me know what you think of this special. If you're new to the channel, remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more great content. And I'll see you next time. Peace.